What's up, everybody? How you doing? Today I'll be talking about the movie Blood Red Sky, and this is one of those airplane horror movies. And there've been so many airplane horror movies with a possession, a demon, a ghost, snakes, but zombies, by the way. But this one, I don't know. I never heard of a vampire on a plane, and this is a vampire horror movie about these terrorists that hijack this plane, and then one of them happens to be a vampire that, not the terrorist, but one of the passionate passengers happen to be a vampire, which they shot her. She comes back as a vampire form, goes around killing the terrorists, but meanwhile her son trying to worry about his mom and stuff, and you got these innocent people held hostage by these terrorists as they're trying to survive. As the vampires take them out one by one, but one of them ended up turning out to be decided to take the blood of a vampire, and later on he will become a vampire, one of the terrorists, and that's when everything hits the fan, really hits the fan, because then the passengers end up becoming vampires, you know. The movie is a lot of drama. They have flashbacks how the woman became a vampire, and this movie is really a long movie because when I was watching this movie, I'll be saying, when is it gonna be over, you know? And that's the only problem I have with this movie is that it's too damn long, you know? I feel like they could have edited for an hour and a half at least. And the rest of the scenes, I think they could just use it as a deleted scene for the drama aspects of it on the DVD or Blu-ray, you know? So I feel like the movie is too long though. But I did find myself enjoying the movie, but a lot of people may not like the ending of this movie, by the way. You know, it's a typical horror ending. But as for the vampire transformation and vampire special effects, it's more like 30 Days of Nights, you know, kind of like that movie or that comic book with that kind of format that I use. So that's nothing special though. The acting is really good though. I think this movie is dubbed because I think this movie's from Finland probably. I don't know, or Finland. It looked like it's more like a Finnish movie, Finland movie. Hold on, let me check. Actually, you know what? I'm not gonna go there. You guys could Google that. Also, what's interesting about this movie? One of the terrorist leader, by the way, is actually the guy in the movie, in the TV show Prison Break. But it's funny because this guy also played another vampire. He played Dracula in Blade 3, by the way. So that was kind of interesting. So let me throw that in there. But I mean, I did like the vampire transformation. If you like something like 30 Days of Night, how that movie is, then you're gonna really like the vampire transformation in this. But the ending, not so much. You guys, like I say, you guys and gals might not like this one because of the ending. But like I say, it's a typical horror ending. I can understand why the movie went out like that. But I thought the movie was alright though. It's not like anything epic, but it was alright for what it is though. I thought it was okay, like a decent watch. If I rate this movie from a 1 through 10, I'll probably give it a 7. You know, I will give it an 8 if it didn't stretch out too long though. That's the only thing. Anyway, peace out and see you later, guys and gals.